I'm Nelson Duffel with a new CORESafety story from the field. Just south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, there's a center where a variety of government agencies and organizations conduct research. One of those is NIOSH, the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. I've been here today with one of the NIOSH teams that's been working on a virtual reality mine rescue training program. That's VR-MRT for short. What these folks have been doing is been using highly customized software and head-mounted displays so that they can virtually experience and respond to some of the many dangers that occur during mine rescue. They've been working on this for a number of years. Let's go inside now and see what they're up to. Inside this cavernous building, we find the team busy at work. VR-MRT is a multiplayer virtual reality-based training platform where users can create their own scenarios, host a full team to actually experience a mine emergency together, and review their actions afterwards.
A big part of VR-MRT is the team actually working together to solve a mine rescue problem. When the team first comes into a mine rescue problem, the captain is going to get them ready, and they're going to perform a team check.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Gauges, 2800. Face piece, hoses, backpack. Are you okay?
Yes.
And the idea behind a team check is that the team goes through and checks each team member and their apparatus to make sure that they're okay. And then the last person will then also check the captain. The captain and the gas man are going to take gas readings to understand the atmosphere and what it is like in the problem.
Gas man, what's our readings in the intersection?
We have no methane, 19.5 oxygen, 1055 CO.
Some of the other things that you'll see is the team actually approaching a fire. So you'll see how the team goes through, is able to check for scene safety, execute, and put out the fire.
Mine rescue team members are able to work together to solve a mine rescue problem in VR. The team is led by the captain, as the other team members collaborate to safely explore the mine. Each scenario allows the team to practice performing their duties as captain, gas man, map man, and tail captain.
The realism of virtual mine rescue training is really immersive. You can take somebody from a safe environment and stick them in an environment that is so real that the team members will actually pick up their feet to step over objects on the floor.
Here we are. We're here to get you out. You okay, Ted?
In 2022, the International Mines Rescue Competition was held at the Mine Academy in Beckley, West Virginia. This is also where NIOSH first started working with MSHA to demonstrate the VR-MRT technology.
When I was first exposed to this technology, I was actually working with MSHA. And when we looked at the potential that this had for that initiative, I was thoroughly impressed. And when I made the transition over to NIOSH, that's when I really knew they had something special. Aim and discharge. During COVID, we had a challenge in the office together, but with this technology, they were able to work on it remotely. All right, the fire is extinguished. I'm going to hand you my extinguisher. And I'm going to go to roof and rib, make sure it's safe. One of the challenges we had was the game-like feel when you were in a small space, but they certainly overcame that with the immersive experience you get when you're together. And I think that's the one value that this really brings to the table, is that immersive environment.
In the VR world, we can do a whole coal mine, like I say, and half the time that we're doing all this setup work and everything for on a mine rescue field. It does not provide the experience of putting the apparatus on and doing that part of the training, but it does enhance the decision making and preparing people for a mine rescue experience in a real coal mine.
There was nothing but positive feedback from the 20-plus international teams that participated in the demonstration. In fact, 90% of the team members said that they would be interested in participating in a VR contest in the future, in addition to the traditional mine rescue contest.
Lots of the individual team members and teams themselves told us how they really enjoyed VR MRT. Some of the quotes that we got was that VR was better training. It was more realistic than what they get now, better than being on a field. We can safely perform tasks that are potentially dangerous in reality. So what they're really saying was that VR provides a safe space for them to practice.
I believe that, the VR technology is technology that whenever we, get it perfected, it will help with the training of all of my miners. Mine rescue will be the least of which. I'll be able to do fire brigade training for all of my fire teams. I'll be able to do red hat training for all of my new hired employees that have no experience at all. I should be able to do maintenance training for my maintenance trainees. They'll be able to see things through this immersive technology that, it might take them years to see in just actual experience.
One of the biggest issues that we've seen in that environment is that training can get old really quickly. And so oftentimes you can only use that training once, because once the trainees have seen it, then that training is not going to work to advance their safety and health. And so that's why I'm really excited about some of the stuff that we've been doing. The addition of the scenario editor in VR MRT allows the trainers to create new content.
I was just awed by it, and that the opportunity to put that equipment on and to go through the mine and be able to, for example, put up roof support material and grab a fire extinguisher and put out a fire and watch the airflow, or even take it and show the arrows of the way the air was moving. Just so impressive. And it can only enhance what we're trying to do in the industry to protect the miners.
If we can get a virtual mine rescue contest created, this would give us the ability to make sure that every team is scored the same and scored fairly.
The debrief module is a key component to that. It makes it possible to review everything that the team has done.
Fortunately, the part we were really looking for is to go ahead and get that entire, that bad top mapped out throughout the entire area. So a W kind of sounding would have been appropriate in this case.
So right now with VR MRT, we're looking to finalize it for beta release. And so that means that we're in the middle of technical testing. Whether it's mine rescue teams, companies, training centers, anybody who's interested in taking a look at it and helping us finalize it, we'd love to hear from you.
We've completed a team check. Lowman is tail captain at 2650. Permission to advance in by.
Copy, Lowman at 2650. Permission to advance in by granted.
And also looking at how we're going to implement this in the future. It's really important, if we have companies and teams making the investment in the hardware, that they're going to be able to integrate it into their whole training program.
Immersive allows you to set the screen, set the stage, and have them run the problem over and over and over until they get it right. And it allows me to run a lot more people through. So in the same period of time, I can train dozens of people instead of just a few people. So I think that ultimately immersive is going to be the answer to a lot of our training issues that we've had over the years.
Technology has certainly come a long way, as we all know, and it continues to progress. I am particularly impressed with the virtual reality application that the NIOSH team has been working on, and I look forward to seeing what else comes along with it in the coming years. Congratulations to them, and much encouragement as they move forward with their studies, their research, and their productive development.